In this video, we will learn how to add our dependencies in our Helm chart. So in this example, we will be deploying this guestbook applications that you can see it on their Kubernetes documentation. So we will be deploying these applications and creating a Redis database also. So Redis database is the one that we have to add it as our dependencies in our Helm chart. So we will see how we can do that. So this is like how the guestbook applications looks like. This is your front end where it writes to your Redis master database and it replicates to the slaves, that is the Redis read slaves. So the prerequisite, you should have the Kubernetes cluster setup. You can use any of the cluster. In my example, I will be using the Google Cloud. And you can clone this Git repo, the code for this example. And also you can generate it also using all the commands which I will be running in this demo. So first thing, you have to set up a Helm project. So you can just run this Helm create guestbook as an to create your projects, and you can delete all the test which which comes by default when you run this. So I already ran it, and this is how it looks like. So here you can see the guestbook applications. I have deleted the test folder, and these all are the default files that is already present. Okay. Now the second thing, we have created the sample projects. Now we need to add the Redis chart dependency. So how we can do that? And what is the chart dependencies? So as I have said, chart dependencies are used to install other chart resources that Helm charts may depend on. Like in this example, it is depending on the Redis. So we need to add that. So if you have to add the Redis as a chart dependencies, first you need to search where it is, all those stuff. So you can just run this Helm search hub Redis command. This will be providing you all the details of your Redis chart, like it's the chart repositories and how can you search for those. So here you can see there are a lot of charts which are available. So I'm using this Bitnami. You can just search for this, and this will be providing you all the details of this chart. Here you can see that how to use this chart. So this is its location. I mean, this is its URL. So once you find all these information, you can just add these dependencies in the charts.yaml file. So this is how the charts.yaml file look like. So this is my chart.yaml file. Default, it will generate these files, and then your chart is depending on other applications. So here is, this is how you will declare it. So here you can say dependencies, your name, your versions, and the repository. So this is how you need to define it. So once you define it, you have defined it, okay, I need to use these dependencies. Now how you can download it, right? First time. So these are some basic commands to download the dependencies. So Helm dependency build. So it is used when you have already downloaded your chart and you just want to rebuild it. So this is the definition: rebuild the charts directory based on the chart.log file. And Helm dependency list, this will just provide you what all dependencies you have for your given chart. And this is the command Helm dependency update. So when you download your dependency for the first time, you should use the Helm dependency update. And what this command do? So let me just yeah. So what this command will do basically, this command will download your dependencies on this charts directory, and it will generate the chart.log file. So let's just run this command Helm dependency update guestbook. So let me just clear it, and let's run this. So here you can see that it is doing something, saving one charts, downloading Redis, right? Whatever it has, whatever you have put it in your chart.yaml file. So once you run this command, what it will do, you can check it. It will have generated this chart like this. So here you can see that it has downloaded the file, and it has generated this chart.log file also. So here you can see which version it has downloaded, all the dependency, I mean whatever the details for your chart. So this is how basically you can add any of the dependencies which you want for your application. Okay. So once it is done, you can see all these details. Now, if you have to override any of your default values of Redis chart, then you can just override it using the values.yaml file. So in this example, I will be overriding these values. So here you can see this is my values.yaml file, and here I have provided this Redis as a location, I mean Redis as a tag, and here all the values which you want to override it. And if you want to see what all values are in your Redis charts, then in my previous video I have showed that you can use Helm show values for your particular chart. This will provide you all the details what Redis chart is doing at the backside, right? So you can get all the details from there. Now our Redis chart is there. We have downloaded it. We have modified all the default configurations, whatever is required. Now we will modify the front end application, because first time when you will run this Helm create command, this will just use the Nginx service, right? And all the default things. Now we will modify it. By default, you have seen that it has created these template files, deployment.yaml and all those stuff. So here you can see this is how it looks like, deployment.yaml, and from where all the values are coming for these things, everything. Like here you can see values.image.tag, right? So these values are coming from the values.yaml file. So if I go to values.yaml file, so here generally it was Nginx service. So you can use whatever image you want to use for your application. So in this example, we are using this, and in the tag, I have provided the version of this particular image. Okay. So this is how you can override the values.yaml file to use your particular image. And the second thing that I wanted to change here, the service type. Default service type is the cluster IP, but I want to use the node port so that I can access it on the browser. Okay. And Nginx is by default is the false. So in this video, I'm not going into detail of the ingress. I have the another video that you can follow on this. Okay. So yeah, this is how it you can modify all the default values of your Helm charts, and now we will just install it. So you can create the namespace also if you want to create this chart in different namespace, or you can directly run it. So I have already created this namespace, so I will be just installing it. So here you can see Helm install. This is my chart name. I mean, whatever you say, Helm release name, and this is my chart guest book, like whatever the folder name, and this is in this particular namespace. So let me just run this command. So this will actually install your this particular application which you have modified to run for particular image, right? So once it's run, you will see all these details, and you can see the pods. So it will take a little bit of time before it will say that it's up and running. Okay. And so this is doing that, and you can check the service also, because we need the node port so that we can access it. So here you can see that it has created this, and this is the port, right? So this is how you can access it. So I am running it on Google Cloud, so where I have already my security groups, it's already configured so that you can browse it on the browser. So you can check it on your cluster wherever you are running it. Okay. So I can just try to run this, and you need the IP also. So you can get like get nodes hyphen o white, and you can get the external IP like this of your cluster, and you can do this and colon, and my IP, my port is this time. So let me just replace it. So here you can see that my application is running now. Okay, and here you can see that it is saving the data in the database also. Like if I do this, here you can see that it is saving the database. So this is how you can validate that yes, it is using the Redis database, and it is able to save your data. Obviously, as soon as I refresh it, this, yeah, for this particular session, this will not go, this will remains here. Okay, so this is how it looks like, and you can see that it has created the PVC, persistent volume claim also, which that Redis is using. So here you can see that Redis masters and the slave, it has created this. So yes, this is how you can basically create the application using Helm charts. You can modify it. I mean, how to create a custom charts, and also how to add the dependencies. So this is how you can do this. So after this, you can just uninstall it. So this is how you can uninstall, and uninstall will not delete this Redis things, because this is the separate one. So you need to uninstall it, I mean, delete it separately. So you can do this. Okay, thank you.